For most of human history, waiting was a built-in feature of reality. Communicating across the country meant writing a letter and accepting that the reply would eventually arrive by hand. Entertainment operated on the exact same logic. You gathered around the television at a specific hour, dictated by a network. If you missed the broadcast, the experience was gone. Acquiring goods required physical presence. You traveled to a store, stood in a physical line, and surrendered your afternoon to the process. This delay was simply the unquestioned cost of living. Today, a web page that takes 3 seconds to load feels broken. A package that takes 3 days to arrive feels like an imposition. We tap our screens, watch a buffering wheel spin for 5 seconds, and feel a genuine surge of irritation. Modern infrastructure compressed the act of waiting until even a minor delay registers as a system failure. The raw processing speed of our daily lives is orders of magnitude faster than it was 20 years ago. Information, services, and goods move across the globe in hours. But if everything is so highly optimized, why does a minor delay in a drive-thru or a stalled text message make us so intensely angry? If the world keeps accelerating, waiting should feel easier. Our collective impatience stems from human adaptation rather than the technical specifications of silicon chips or fiber optic cables. An invisible system has quietly trained us to expect life to move at a specific, accelerated pace, turning convenience into a mandatory baseline. For decades, the standard corporate playbook focused on building a better object. Companies competed to offer higher quality materials, tighter engineering, and longer-lasting durability. Eventually, businesses discovered that convenience could be weaponized. Removing the wait time between a customer wanting something and actually getting it became a dominant way to win the market. This led to one-click purchasing and same-day delivery. Entire logistics networks were re-engineered from the ground up to strip away every possible second of delay. Companies found that consumers often value the feeling of speed more than the actual product. The velocity of the transaction became the primary selling point. Immediate access has evolved from a luxury feature into the absolute minimum requirement for participating in the modern economy. Behavioral conditioning ensures that when an environment consistently presents a specific outcome, the brain automatically rewrites its internal rules to match. This chart maps out how that shift happens. Watch the blue line representing technological speed. As rewards arrive faster, they stop feeling exceptional. Human expectation chases right behind, closing the gap. What felt like magic 6 months ago simply fades into the background. We judge time based on what happened yesterday. Your brain ignores the fact that a file used to take an hour to download. It only registers that the download is slower than the one you performed 5 minutes ago. Frustration is the direct result of a sudden gap between your conditioned expectations and reality. Modern digital platforms function by systematically destroying the space between wanting something and receiving it. Notifications and algorithmic recommendations provide instant fulfillment. Removing friction from a checkout process reduces the chance of a customer changing their mind. This creates a direct path to higher engagement and more immediate, reflexive spending. While we gain unparalleled convenience, we simultaneously build a severe dependency on immediacy. We lose the ability to function when the system fails to react instantly. Patience is a cognitive skill that requires regular exercise. In a frictionless environment, the brain is almost never required to use it. By optimizing away every minor delay, these platforms cause our capacity for patience to atrophy like an unused muscle. There is a hidden utility to delay. Historically, the time required to develop a photograph created a natural buffer that forced a person to sit with their own anticipation. Standing in line at a video store was inefficient, yet that physical space between desire and fulfillment allowed a person to build a genuine sense of value around the experience. Modern systems compress that space to zero in the name of total efficiency. Efficiency comes with a price. When we eliminate the act of waiting, we quietly erase the anticipation, reflection, and appreciation that those quiet moments used to provide. This cultural shift was the emergent result of thousands of separate systems, all competing to save us a few seconds. This cycle has no built-in stopping point. The faster the baseline speed of our lives becomes, the more intolerable any future friction will feel. This logistical machine actively redefines our perception of reality, setting a new, impossible standard for the passage of time. Waiting remains a natural part of being human, yet the system has made it feel entirely unacceptable.